I've been working on this fan for quite some time, and I thought I had an idea that was working, but what I found was I was overheating the circuit out of me not knowing enough. So I had to go to Robert, who does this a lot better than I do, and ask for a circuit that was an improvement over the last one. And he sent me this diagram and noted all the components that were necessary, and I just happened to have most of the components, and I just put it together, plugged it in, and I was looking at it and I'm thinking, I don't see how this is going to work. It has so many parts to it, and what are they doing? Lord only knows. But I turn on the transformers, a big help. I don't need the motor running because I'm not tied into the relay, so I'm just going to hit the pulse as if we're hitting the cam. You hear the click maybe. So when I let go, and if I barely hit it, it stops. I feel there's still coast. There's still some coast. But I'm not going to push the envelope here. I've asked him for a favor. He's given it to me. I don't want to be ungrateful. So I'm going to go ahead and design the PC board. This is going to be a new board because he's actually using two of these smaller chips instead of one of the larger ones, the TIP types that I had before. So these are FETs. They actually take very little current and they run very cool. This, I got an imprint of the heatsink on my finger a couple of times. Any case, this will be a design change, and I'm just hoping I can fit it. I mean, I have room. I have a lot of wasted space on this layout, so I'm really going to have to cram it down. I might want to increase the track size just to make sure we don't have any issues with that. But this is going to take me some time to work out. I tried to look at the other board to see is there a way I can rework it or use it. And the design is just that much different and has that many more components. I mean, if we say, yeah, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 or 12 components, plus the ones that we had already. So it's, I would say, instead of 8 components, we now have 12 components. And there is room to fit them. I'll make room to fit them, and that's where we're at. But my next exercise is I'm going to go ahead and plug everything into the engine, and I'm going to run it with the smoke running, and I'll run this power through the smoke housing. I mean, to see how it runs with smoke in real smoke, and I'll see if my fan is going to work good enough or what for the blades. You know, do I need to cut the blades or put them back or what the heck? I mean, this feels like it's not going to have a lot of speed. He's cut the power way down on the input, which I thought might be a mistake. I don't know. I'm not going to argue. You know, I'm going to put it in the smoke system and test it. Try to do that this afternoon yet, and then we'll know. If the smoke doesn't look like I hope, then I'll ask him for another favor. I think there's resistance. There's a 15K and a 100K, a 10K and a 100K, maybe 10. I think they're both 10s. If I may, since this is the power side, if I want a little more power going out, I think if I change these, I'll get more power. I just don't know, do I increase it or decrease it? And I'll have to ask him that, you know, which one and which one is safe. To get a little more juice to the motor, I could plug in my sensor stuff here. Let's see, this is ground, and see what we do get in that motor. This is the hot to trot. Find a hole. Okay, there's a hole. All right, now wake up, turn on. It's getting 5 volts. Well, that's pretty safe. That's pretty safe because when I tap it, it gets up to 3. You can see it. Little there, 3 volts. So it's going to be getting T now. If I sat here like I was on 100 miles an hour, it's going to work its way up to about an average of 4 volts. So it should be okay. Should be okay. All right, I'm going to put it together and find out. I'll post this, let you know. I've lost sleep on this. Now that I have an answer that works, and I'm looking at it, and I assembled this, and I've been studying this transistor concept, learning about the components, how they behave, did a lot of work on it. As I assembled this, as I looked at the schematic and assembled it, I am not convinced I have a full grasp of what the heck's going on. But, I mean, I turned it on not expecting anything, and it just I know these wires are in the way. So we'll see. We will see. Okay, later.